had no home, no roof, no door. Just one question: what if I build it myself? In a small, whispering forest surrounded by tall green trees and chirping birds, lived a white and gray cat named Mimi. She was fluffy, smart, and always full of ideas. But her favorite dream, the one she thought about every night before falling asleep, was simple. She wanted her own house. Not a burrow, not a hole in a tree, not a cozy corner under the roots. A real house with walls, a roof, a window she could look out of, and maybe even a little swing in the front yard. Her current home? A patch of leaves under a tilted tree. It kept her warm, but only just. When it rained, water came in. When the wind blew, she had to hold on to her tail. One morning, as she shivered under a soggy leaf, Mimi sat up and said to herself, "That's it. I'm building my own house." The saying was not close. It took her 2 hours, 5 rest stops, and 1 accidental fall into a puddle to get there. Minnie had heard from a friendly owl that if anyone could build a house, it was a beaver named Benny, who lived in a small wooden workshop at the edge of the city. When Mimi arrived, she found Benny hammering nails into a birdhouse. He was round, had large teeth, and wore a tiny brown cap that kept falling off. "Excuse me," said Mimi, stepping onto the workshop floor. Benny looked up. "Whoa, a forest cat in my shop? This must be special." "It is," said Minnie. "I need a house, my own, in the forest." Benny scratched his chin. "All right, I can build that, but a house needs a lot of wood. Do you have any?" Mimi blinked. "I thought you'd have it." "Nope," said Benny. "I build, you bring the wood, and I won't charge a single coin. No wood, no house." Mimi didn't waste a second. She raced back to the forest with determination in her eyes and mud on her paws. She looked around and thought, "Where can I get wood without cutting down trees? Trees are homes too." Then she remembered something. After every storm, old branches and fallen trees littered the ground near the river. She marched there and, to her surprise, found plenty of wood, dry, clean, and perfect for building. She worked all day, dragging pieces one by one to a big open space near her current home. Her paws hurt, her tail was dusty, her fur had leaves stuck in it, but the pile of wood grew. After 3 days, she had more wood than she could count, mostly because she didn't count past 30. Mimi sent word to Benny through a crow, who charged 1 shiny pebble as fee. Benny arrived the next day in a small, squeaky cart. When he saw the wood, he gave a slow, amazed whistle. "You brought all this yourself?" Mimi nodded proudly. "Every single stick." "All right then," Benny said, jumping off the cart. "Let's build your dream." The first day, they cleared the ground. The second day, they laid the foundation. The third day, walls began to rise. Benny worked fast, but he was also careful. He hummed while he sawed, sang while he hammered, and whistled while he painted. Mimi helped however she could, mostly by holding things in her mouth or keeping his tea warm. By the 5th day, there was a frame. By the 7th, a roof. But then Benny stopped. He looked at his blueprints and frowned. "This is bigger than I thought," he said, "and I'm only 1 beaver." Mimi's ears drooped. "Is it too much?" Benny smiled. "Not at all. I just need help." Instead of calling 5 different animals, Benny made one more trip to the city, this time bringing back his cousin Max, a quiet, strong beaver who didn't talk much but built fast. Max nodded once to Mimi, picked up the hammer, and got to work. Mimi watched in awe as the 2 beavers worked together like magic, sawing, placing, nailing, painting. On the 12th day, just as the sun was setting, Benny called Mimi outside. "Ready to see your new home?" Mimi's eyes sparkled. "Show me." She turned the corner and gasped. It was beautiful. The house stood proud among the trees, made entirely of soft brown wood. The windows were round, like her eyes. And the door was just her size. A little red chimney poked out from the roof, and in the front yard, hanging from a tree branch, was a wooden swing. Inside, the floor was smooth, the walls clean, and the ceiling high enough for her to stretch. There was a small fireplace, a cozy bed Benny had made from leftover wood, and even a little shelf where she could keep her shiny rocks. That night, Mimi sat on her porch swing, watching the stars. The breeze was gentle. The house creaked softly, like it was breathing with her. She took a deep breath, let it out slowly, and smiled. No rain, no cold, no fear of wind or wet leaves. Just her, in her house, in her forest, home.